Hey, thanks for joining us on today's live stream. Please consider this our gift to you, an exploration into the spiritual realm, the universal architecture of infinite possibilities. Here we teach, explore, experiment in order to share the secrets passed down from the masters.
Unlock your purpose, unleash your passion, and express your true potential. Join us today on a journey to discovering the keys for living a purposeful and passionate life that will ignite your soul and inspire your spirit. With all this stuff going on in the world right now, it can be easy to be feeling a little lost or uncertain about your purpose in life. Maybe you're even wondering, is it even worth it? Questioning, do I want to unlock my true potential and live a more fulfilling and passionate life? Well, you're in the right place. On this live stream, we are going to take you on a journey to uncover your purpose and passions and then show you how they relate to accessing your true potential. In this live stream, you'll discover at least a 5-step process for getting more clear on what your purpose and passions are in life. We'll be giving you that later in the live stream. You'll also understand more about the connection between your purpose and your spiritually evolving life force, or self as we call it. And more importantly, how it can help you to live a more fulfilling life. You'll definitely leave with practical tips and tools for recognizing and enhancing the markers for true transformation in life. I'll even go as far as saying you'll get a behind the curtains look at one of the major matrix codes for your personal evolution. So let's unwrap the neuroscience behind accessing your true potential and the impact it can have on your overall well-being. We'll do our best to share with you some inspiring stories and examples of individuals who have unlocked their true potential through living a purpose-driven life. So get ready to explore the depths of your soul and uncover your true potential. It's going to be a rich and exciting chat today. You won't want to miss it.
That's it. That's it. So there are many, many things hiding, burying, and disguising your true potential. They are primarily deeply rooted belief systems passed down through the ages, buried so deep in the subconscious, you don't even know they exist, but they do. Where these are handed down from your parents, maybe your grandparents. Again, maybe perhaps these beliefs are so deep, they reside within the coding of your DNA. It's the reason so many people struggle so much to change their habits, routines, epigenetics, and mindsets. This deeply ingrained conditioning is stubborn and abhors change, wanting only to maintain its status quo, regardless of your happiness or quality of livelihood. Although the outcome seems bleak, it isn't. Humanity has discovered, developed, and advancements to rectify that which has plagued us so many. So, my name is Ross Arnson. This is my partner, Gary Johnson, and welcome to episode 108 of Hacking the Infinity Matrix, uncovering your true potential. And as you're joining us and tuning in, please go ahead and let us know in the comments where in the world you're from, okay? What city, what country? Let's all welcome each other as part of this awesome global community. And feel free to drop any comments or questions during the stream. And we encourage you to be as interactive as possibly. That way, you'll get the most out of this entire event.
Awesome. Absolutely. Yeah. I see Jolene from UK. We got Tracy from South
Okay.
Africa. And we got sunny Iowa from Melanie. And we got,
Fantastic.
we see Deba, but, oh, Deba, is that Deba Primo? Oh, hey,
Oh
how
my
you doing?
gosh.
I haven't seen you in a while. Wow. Um, Absolutely. So yeah, let's start with that interaction now. For those of you who are here attending live, we'd love it if you could help us out and give us that interaction to kind of get the ball rolling, and so we can also see what kind of global reach we have today, and also so that you get to see the expansive and diverse global community that you're here a part of. Right? So again, tell us in the comments where you're tuning in from. Let us know the city and the country, and we encourage you all to like and comment on whoever is bold enough to play full out and participate with their comments and with their suggestions or their wins and ahas throughout as well. We will circle back around after the stream to make sure we respond to each and every one of you. And during the stream, we'll keep an eye. Both of us will keep an eye on anything that's relevant to what we're talking about, and bring it to the audience if we have time as well. And also, for those of you who are jumping on late or watching the replay, you're included in this too. Tell us where you're tuning in from. Be interactive. We're always coming back to check and respond to the comments in all of the live streams. All right. So we've been getting more and more requests to find out how people can get more involved with our more advanced trainings and our accountability and implementation program, or what we call our AI program. And I think we've been calling it that long before AI became popular and kind of blew up, but whatever.
So
Um,
there.
right. And so the program's called The Art of Designing Your Reality, and utilizing the infinity process. So stay tuned, and we will be sharing those details for those who are interested. Where, for now, we suggest that you join our growing private community of people on Facebook that are serious about showing up to make a difference in their lives and the lives of those that they support and love. We've pinned at the top of the comments, we pinned a link for you to join our Facebook group called the Infinity Matrix. You'll get to mingle with over 8,000 current like-minded members, and it's growing every week. Plus, you'll get the opportunity to join our VIP list to get exclusive VIP-only content and bonuses from time to time. Just check out that link. Make sure you answer all 3 entry questions into the group, because we will not be letting anyone in if they're not serious enough to answer just those 3 simple questions. Okay, it kind of weeds out people that are just kind of want to be the people on the sidelines. We want you in the game, playing, making changes, and creating transformations in your life. Okay, now that all that logistics are out of the way, buckle up and hold on. We've got an absolutely powerful, jam-packed live stream for you today. Okay, Ross and I were looking at it, we're like, oh my gosh, we put so much in there. One that you may want to come back and watch more than once. Just saying. All
There's a
right.
lot.
And so let me start with a quick example of someone who, against all odds, overcame obstacles that would make the majority of us feel like the problems we have in our lives are trivial in comparison. Okay. And the reason I want to start off with this example is because it demonstrates why it's important, and also that anyone, that means you, anyone can uncover their true potential. There really are no excuses. The only excuses that are there are the ones that you choose to buy into. All right. So, anyone here ever heard of a guy named Nick Vujicic? Is that how I pronounce it? I think it's
Yep.
Vujicic.
Yep.
Right. Anyone here ever hear of about Nick? Hashtag Nick in the comments if you have. Nick was born with a rare condition called tetraamelia syndrome, which left him without limbs, so no arms or legs. And growing up, Nick struggled with feelings of isolation, depression, and hopelessness. He was bullied and often felt like a burden to his family. However, Nick refused to let his physical limitations define who he was. and he began to discover his true potential through his faith and his positive mindset. Nick learned to do everyday tasks using his feet, right? Which were just no legs, just feet, right? And so he could do things like typing, brushing his teeth, feeling, even playing sports. Okay. And he also became a motivational speaker, sharing his story with others and inspiring them to overcome their own obstacles. Nick has traveled the world delivering speeches to millions of people and is spreading a message of hope and perseverance. Through his resilience and determination, he's become an inspiration to millions of people around the world. Okay? You can take his story as a reminder that we all have the power to overcome obstacles and uncover our true potential, no matter how difficult the journey may seem to be. So even with what most would consider as excuses, to say, I mean, most people just use those immediately as excuses to stay small and even avoid searching for their true potential. Instead, he's become one of the most sought after motivational speakers on the planet. He's traveled to over 65 countries. He's delivered speeches to millions of people, like as I mentioned, and he's inspiring them all the time, every day, to overcome their own obstacles. He's written best-selling books, including I think it's called Life Without Limits, and another one is the Hands and Feet, living out God's love for all his children. He's also the founder of and CEO of Life Without Limbs, a nonprofit organization that supports that aims to support people who have physical disabilities and provides them with resources that they need to live a fulfilling life. So despite being told he would never get married or even have children, guess what? He blew that out the door too. He's happily married, has 4 children, and he's also been a vocal advocate for disability rights and has been working to raise awareness about the challenges faced with disabilities. So his achievements are a testament to his resilience, determination, and unwavering faith. So despite facing numerous challenges throughout his life, he's never given up on his dreams and continues to inspire people to pursue their true potential. Okay? We definitely need more people bringing forth their true potential and gift to the world. I think you can all agree with that. Okay, it's actually one of the primary reasons that we decided to teach the 5-day badass challenge that we've been teaching, and it's coming up again soon. We are looking at making some improvements to that training, so we'll be offering that again very soon. So stay tuned. We'll let everybody know when that's going to be available.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So whenever you need to make a decision in life, choosing a career path, a job, or when you go through a personal crisis like a family passing, it's important to know yourself and to know what your true potential really is. This potential can be realized when you find something that you can do amazingly well with minimum effort on your part. In finding your true calling and the path that can help you realize your true potential, it's important to get to know yourself very well. Or as Jung said, to go through the process of individuation, bringing the subconscious parts of yourself into your personality, becoming a whole. Many people get confused with this process. So here's the short and sweet of it. Don't let others define you. Now wait, let me change that. Refuse to let them. And if they already have, you have the power right now to decide if it's who you really want to be. And if it's not, change it. Just change it. So here's how it happened. At some point in your life, the world asked you, or will ask you, who you are. And if you didn't know, then the world told you who you are. At that point, coherence was disengaged. Full potential was not lost, but it was severed from its source. And that loss of coherence is what it's the I want to, but haven't. That's when you know that you've lost your coherence with your potential. You've heard that voice inside yourself. Well, part or some of that voice is formed in childhood, being based on what the parents, educators, friends, relatives, mentors, etc., told you regarding what's good, what's bad, who you should be, and obviously who you should not be, and the list goes on. Oh, and it's their list, not yours. Now I'm going to pause right here and just let that sink in.
Yeah.
Because have you ever wondered about the story of the two boys who grew up and were polar opposites of each other? Both raised by the same parents, in the same house, went to the same school, the same sports team, and yet were very different from each other. So what was different? Why did they turn out so unique from each other? Well, some reasons could be the day and time of conception, biological and genetic differences, events during gestation in the womb, the day and time of birth. These all create, they create a foundational layer, both biological and psychological. Then there's upbringing and that complex web of information, ideas, and beliefs that it has been woven with. And one of the reasons those two boys grew up so differently was their perceptions and the filters that created them. Okay, I'm going to give you some basic answers. So really pay attention because this is going to get involved. So here's an example. Both boys have the same class, same teacher, same assignment. Both boys were told to do their homework assignment. Boy one completed his homework and got an A. Boy two, his brother, also completed his homework late and got an F. What was the difference? Well, in this example, each boy had a different peer group. In sociology, a peer group is defined as both a social group and a primary group of people who have similar interests, ages, background, or social status. The members of this group are likely to influence the person's beliefs and behavior. Each boy had different influences in their life. Those peer groups are then added into the layers of influence, defining their filters, good, bad, positive, negative, rebellious, which are then mixed and matched, creating the inevitable outcome of personality that perceives the world. All right, so this is show and tell. So let's just imagine that this stack is all those layers of perceptions. All these are all filters, they're all different colors as well. Okay, they're all, I'm not sure if does it show up on the screen? Sometimes it's kind of weird the way that this stuff does it. So anyhow, now this is boy one's.
It's imaginary. It's blank.
It's imaginary. Yeah, it's not showing up. That's too bad. Okay. Anyhow, I'll just draw it in later. But anyhow, so there's layers and layers and layers and layers and layers in this stack. All right. So what we do is we take these layers. Now this is one boy's perception and his experiences, and then we take these layers and we start moving them around. Okay, we shuffle them. Now, those perceptions, same experiences, but now they're changed because they're being filtered by the different previous layers. There you go. Now it's showing it. It's being filtered by the different previous layers. So we move them around again and again and again. That's what makes the difference. These perceptions are viewed by that internal voice. which is the sum of its parts, mostly determined by the filters which demands you to behave in one way or another. Each stack of filters and experiences are unique to each individual. There can be many causes, and it isn't limited to biological ones or limited to past events, because it's also thought to be influenced by future aspirations. Another layer. Okay. Also, by the way that you see yourselves, because if you have a realistic and positive outlook of yourself and of your future, or if you don't have that, you become weaker and weaker with less endurance to face the possible onslaughts from the world. With the world constantly demanding you to be one way or another. And sometimes it gets forceful with you, testing your limits again and again. Now, what we recommend is for you to diminish the voice that isn't empowering you and increase the voice of your own true, powerful self. And we define self as spiritually evolving life force, releasing its potential. You see, the moment you're born, you're somehow forced to copy others. And yes, I understand that it's part of the biological mirror neurons in the brain. But this habit is perpetuated during your schooling years, when your self is new and innocent and open to suggestions. You'll do what others demand of you, and over time, because of this, you'll grow bitter and full of resentment and regret that you didn't follow your own way of being you. So take some time. Take some time today and reflect. First, on what you really value in life. Do you value more security or freedom? Are you competitive or a collaborative person? Do you feel better following a routine schedule or following the ebbs and flows of life? Do you pretend to be someone you're not? Force yourself to appear to be outgoing while the truth of the matter is you're really an introvert. There are only truths here. Only truth here. No one else can answer these questions for you. And if you're serious about making changes, I mean serious, like Gary said earlier, you'll do this exercise today. Not this weekend, not next week, not next month, not when it's convenient. You'll do it right now, today. Because your likes and dislikes are you and who you really want to be in the future. Period. And after you've been through this introspection, would you know what actions to take and how to impose your will on the world instead of letting it overwhelm you with its demands? No matter your age, you should still invest effort in finding your own style, your own voice, your own behavior, and your own way of conducting your life. Because to live a good life, you need to live a life which represents you. By not knowing what makes you unique, you can't know what kind of activities you should pursue. And they can help you reach your true potential. Carl Jung once said, "The man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them." And this states how important it is for a person to have the courage to face the subconscious elements, which are usually repressed desires of some sort. Desires they can be sexual, they can be desires to harm somebody, or a desire for performing an activity that can put you in an embarrassing situation. That's pretty much number one. only when we have this courage to face them, only when you have the courage to face them, only when you have the courage to face them, you will heal yourself from them. Only then. Most people run away from what upsets them and also makes them uncomfortable or scared, knowing the thing will come back to them and haunt them in an even worse manner. And that's going to be affecting their behavior and increasing anxiety. That's called a disconnect. These repressed subconscious elements are usually repressed because they're either immoral or unacceptable by society, or in most cases, simply too overwhelming, and we're unable to cope with them. When you have an aloof attitude towards life, when you have a passive reaction to external events, avoiding social context, you're usually running away from your passions. Or in other words, from strong emotions which are affecting your behavior, especially when they've been repressed. That's another disconnect. You might have a passion for communicating with other people. You might have the potential of becoming a great public speaker. But did you have a childhood trauma? Perhaps an adult or a classmate made fun of you in your way of speaking when you were a child. And this made you, it gave you a fear of opening yourself up to other people and to risk embarrassing yourself yet again? Hell no. The best way to heal from such anxieties and discover your real passions again to practice is practicing journaling. Practice analyzing your dreams. Anything to know yourself better. Be more forgiving with yourself. Make time for things you really care for and learn to overcome your fears. Oh, and speaking of fears, you really should look at our Master Lab series. One of the labs is called Fear 180, where you are taught how to turn fear into power. Next month, I think, Gary, next month is Sleep Dreams and Your True Nature of Reality. That's going to be awesome. I've been telling people about that all day. But there's also money, abundance, and spirituality, and the 10 laws of having all you could ever want. So drop a hashtag Master Lab in the comments, and we'll send you the sign-up link. As everything we do is interconnected. So now I want you to take the time to focus on who you want to be. Always remembering, you are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. You are, however, a part of the infinity matrix, which is deeply influencing you in every aspect of your life, all without your conscious awareness. Also, it is sensing the lack of coherence from yourself. It realizes all that is possible for you at this moment, precisely gauging how vulnerable you are to the unconscious elements. And those are emphasized by the importance of choosing who you want to be and integrating all those elements into this identity. Even the components of your undeveloped psyche, still lingering from childhood, play into this equation. Like the constant desire for love and attention, or possibly your fear of abandonment. All needs to integrate over time into a well-functioning self, including having a well-defined image of your future self, as in regarding the person you wish to become. This is extremely important for the good functioning of your psyche. If you don't know who you want to become, it reflects how you represent yourself in the face of the world. Even if you want to just go with the flow and live on the edge, living your life as it comes. I don't have rules or anything like that. Without putting your will into it, without putting effort into thinking through when taking the important life decisions. Even if that's your vision, that's great, but it still requires a future self definition. You still have to decide what that is and where you're going to draw the lines. You still need to have a clear vision of where you really want to end up and a clear and rational plan on how to get there. Following through while not giving too much attention to your doubts and fears, as well as focusing on who you want to become. You then integrate the components of your psyche into this new personality. A personality that's not afraid anymore. No more being a victim of your fears or your past, spending your time with yourself, reflecting on what your past experiences can teach you, all while not, we want to reflect on them, but we don't want to let them define you. You define who you want to become. This is where your potential is born. Being honest with yourself, honest with your capabilities. This becomes the fire you're forged from. Remember, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. No more facades, no more pretending, no more masks, no more lies. These are the acid that erodes potential. What you do speaks louder than anything you communicate verbally. So align your actions with your ideal of yourself. And this holds true in every dimension of your life. If you don't, people will stop trusting you, and your words won't mean anything to them anymore. Now, granted, at the beginning of life, there was pressure to promise and push the limits to accomplish certain things. There's going to come a time, possibly now, when you need to draw some conclusions regarding your limits. And you need to align your promises according to those conclusions. The more honest you are regarding what you can do and what you can't, the faster you can find those activities which you can excel at with minimum effort. The faster you can find your way to achieve your extreme potential, letting the minutia just drop away. Most of us understand life in the context of something bigger than yourself. This gives your life more meaning. And if you start to feel more secure and happier, stronger to tackle life's problems. Even if you're not religious or particularly spiritual, it's recommended to link your existence to something infinite. Perhaps you could think about the universe and how everything is connected, coming from the same source, including every human being that has and ever will exist. So one of our students shared a science video with me last night. It just blew me away. It's about science confirming the beliefs and ideas that we are all interconnected, entangled across the universe. And these ideas have been in existence for eons. So thanks for that, Melanie. I really appreciate it. It was fun. It was really, really good. So this alone strengthens the idea that the effort and the kindness that you show to humans around you can be reinforced by the thought that you are part of this human species and that your life matters. You're one of the millions of forms through which our species evolved and continues to evolve. Looking at all the amazing advancements of human civilizations, this can leave us amazed and fascinated that we can be grateful that we're part of this human civilization and people can see the infinite all that is. only the mysteries of the universe. In those mysteries, you can see the infinite. You can see it in your children, your successes that will continue to expand this human civilization. Infinite can be described as anything which gives you meaning beyond your time-limited existence, or connection to this infinite can boost your desire to want to reach your potential here on this pale blue dot. You are magnificent.
Yes, magnificent beyond belief. And we keep telling you guys that. We keep emphasizing it. We keep giving you examples of it. We keep giving you resources, tools to access that and to know that for yourselves. It's one thing for us to tell, but you've got to know that for yourself. So let's explore. Let's peel back the curtains here on how we create our reality and our experience and how we evolve as human beings, and explore the markers of transformation and evolution of your spiritually evolving life force. Okay, and you'll see how when I go through these markers, how all of what Ross has said, you can kind of find, you can see that, oh, that fit there for that person he talked about, or this example. You're going to see how it all kind of works within there. So it's kind of like a peek behind the curtains of the coding of the reality that you experience. Okay, so let's use our imagination a little bit. Let's imagine you were going into an elevator designed to elevate your levels of consciousness. Okay, you elevate your levels of purpose, elevate your levels of commitment to being the best you that you could possibly be. Let's just imagine that for the next little bit here. Okay, you'd have to start on the first level, where you can create transformations and notice when or even how you're evolving. Now, that button in your elevator is called your environment. Okay, this includes, and Ross mentioned, your external surroundings, where you operate on a day-to-day basis, some of your physical surroundings, the people that you hang out with, the culture that you are surrounded by. The environment can have a significant impact on your behavior and beliefs, and as Dr. Bruce Lipton brought to light many years ago, even your DNA. Okay, the environment can either support or hinder your ability to access your true potential. For example, if your environment is filled with negative influences and distractions, okay, remember the two people Ross talked about, two in the same environment. If it's filled with negative influences and distractions, or perceived negative influences and distractions, right? Because it all comes down to your own definitions. It can be challenging to stay focused and motivated to pursue your goals. But on the other hand, if your environment is supportive and nurturing, it can provide the necessary encouragement that you need and the resources to help you achieve your true potential. To access your true potential, it's essential for you to elevate your environment and make any necessary changes to support your growth and development. This could involve things like seeking out positive role models, creating a supportive network of friends and colleagues, joining a weekly live stream of supportive, positive messaging and people and community, just saying, or even changing your physical surroundings to reduce the distractions and increase your focus. Okay, by taking control of your environment and making intentional changes, you can create a foundation for accessing your true potential as you get to the higher levels on the elevator. Your environment is a critical component of your journey towards self-discovery and personal evolution. So take the time to evaluate it and then make the necessary changes to support your true potential. Think of it like a garden. Okay. If you plant a seed in rich soil with plenty of sunshine and water, it's more likely to grow and flourish into a beautiful plant, a beautiful garden, right? But if you plant the same seed in a rocky soil with little light or nutrients, it might struggle to survive and never reach its full potential. All right. Well, the same goes for your environment. It goes for you and your environment. If you surround yourself with negative influence distractions, it can be tough to stay motivated and to stay focused on your goals. For most people. For some people, that's what drives them. Right? But if you cultivate a supportive and nurturing environment, whatever that looks like or feels like for you, you can give yourself the best chance to succeed and reach your true potential. So, take a look at your surroundings. Are they helping or hindering your growth and development? Do you need to seek out positive role models to create a supportive network of friends and or colleagues? Maybe you need to change your physical surroundings to reduce distractions and increase your focus. Give me a hashtag environment. That's hashtag environment in the comments to let me know that you're going to plant yourself in a supportive environment and allow yourself to bloom. Okay, that's hashtag environment. And once you've taken care of your environment, you can get back into the elevator and then you can press the next button up and you'll be taken to the level of your behaviors. Okay, so if your environment is like the soil for your growth and development, think of your behaviors being like the branches of a tree. And just like a tree, your behaviors are visible, the visible part of you that others can see. And just like the tree's branches, your behaviors can be influenced by your environment and can grow in different directions depending on the circumstances, depending on the nurturing. Okay, but here's the thing. If you want to access your true potential, you need to take control of your behaviors and direct them towards your goal, your vision, your desires, your dreams. So that means your tree may need pruning, okay? May need some pruning to grow in a certain direction. You need to prune your behaviors to support your path to uncover your potential. And this could involve things like changing certain habits or behaviors that are holding you back, or developing new habits and rituals and behaviors that support your goals. And just like a tree needs sunlight and water to survive, you need to nourish your behaviors with positive reinforcement and self-care to lock them in for good from your environment. So do an inventory of your behaviors. Check out the behaviors you're doing. And are they supporting your journey towards uncovering your true potential? Do you need to prune away certain habits or develop new ones to support your growth? Remember, with a little pruning and nourishment, you can grow in any direction that you want to show up as your true magnificent self. So go ahead and drop a hashtag behaviors in the comment to commit to doing that inventory and starting to prune what needs to be pruning right away. Okay? And then go back into in the elevator. And back in the elevator you go, knowing now that your environment and your behaviors can impact your true potential. You look at the next button, the next button up in your elevator is your capabilities and skills. Okay, what you're capable of and what kind of skills that you have. Your capabilities and skills are like tools in your toolbox. They're the practical things that you can do to achieve your goals and your aspirations. And just like a toolbox can be upgraded and improved, your capabilities and skills can be improved, can be developed and refined over time. The Infinity Process program that we teach and that our students are in, it programs into the code of your matrix an unlimited amount of triggers to help you identify and develop the capabilities and skills you need to achieve your goals and reach your true potential. For some, it might involve learning new communication techniques, developing new strategies for problem solving, or enhancing leadership skills. And for others, it's just learning how to be present and remain in the eye of the storm in the midst of any chaos. For example, I once worked with a client who wanted to improve her public speaking skills, right? And through a variety of techniques, that we were able to identify the specific areas where she struggled, and then we developed new techniques to help her feel more confident and be more effective when speaking in front of an audience. And then another client wanted to enhance her leadership skills, so we worked on developing her ability to motivate and inspire her team by doing the same thing. Right? The point is that capabilities and skills are what I call growth opportunities. Okay, areas in your life that can build that you can build the necessary bridges or foundations to strengthen empowering beliefs or demolish negative ones. So take a moment to reflect on your own capabilities and skills, and notice how those capabilities and skills show up as behaviors that result in the environment that you end up in. Okay, the two lower levels, right? So are there any areas you'd like to improve or develop new skills? What practical tools do you need to achieve your goals and your aspirations? Sharpen your tools, learn new techniques, and see where your journey towards your true potential can take you. Drop a hashtag capabilities in the comments, hashtag capabilities in the comments, if you can think of at least one or more tools that you can sharpen or techniques that you could learn or improve on. Hashtag capabilities. Okay. And then back in the elevator you go. Because now you are ready to elevate to the level of beliefs. So you push the button and you almost can't believe what you see. Because just like a pair of glasses have the ability to shape how you see the world, your beliefs shape how you perceive and interpret your life experiences. Okay? Just like glasses, they can become outdated or no longer serve your needs. Your beliefs can become limiting or no longer support your growth and development. They serve you for a time, but they've got a shelf life. Okay? But most people don't think they can get rid of them. Right? They're negative belief hoarders. Right? And they don't realize they can get rid of them, they can update them, and they can exchange them. So they get attached to those negative beliefs or those limitations. If that's you, don't worry. You don't have to throw out your old beliefs like an old pair of glasses. Instead, you can take a closer look and just adjust them to support you on your journey towards uncovering your true potential. And many times, all they need are little tweaks here and there. There are other times that you may very well need to to let go of certain limiting beliefs that just don't serve you anymore. They need to go in the trash, but they're holding you back, right? Or you may need to develop new empowering beliefs. You may need to find the resources to do that align with your goals and your values. And just like you might need to update your glass prescriptions, right? If you have glasses, you might need to update your beliefs to continue to grow and see the world in a more empowering way. Right. So now I want you to, I know what you're thinking, right? But I don't look so good in these glasses, or these glasses are my favorite. And I get it. Okay. Changing your beliefs can be uncomfortable for some and even a little scary. But just like trying on a new pair of glasses, it can open up a whole new world of possibilities. So adjusting your beliefs can help you to see yourself and your potential in a whole new light. So take off those old limiting beliefs like a pair of old outdated glasses. Okay? Try on some new empowering ones. Who knows? You might just discover a whole new you. All right? Give me a hashtag belief in the comments if you know you have some glasses that need to be replaced. And you know what I mean. How do I know what you're thinking, Tracy? Because it's a holographic universe and everything exists in this moment, right here, right now. We're just tapping into it.
We are entangled.
Right. So get back into that elevator now, right? Back into the elevator to push the next button up. And it's labeled identity. Okay. And as the doors open up for you to get out of the elevator, you can even feel like you are stepping into a new, refreshed, revised, and refined version of yourself. Because you've handled the stuff in your environment. You've resolved the behaviors and the beliefs that were out of alignment. You've refined, tweaked, and improved your capabilities and your skills. You've looked at and addressed your beliefs and your belief systems, and now you're ready for this new identity. So remember that, like that garden that we talked about on the bottom floor, right? Your identity is like the roots of a tree. Okay. It's the foundation that supports everything else. Okay. Your environment, your behaviors, your capabilities, and your beliefs are dependent on that identity. And just like the tree's roots, your identity can grow deep and strong or become rotten and weak. Right? It can provide you with a sense of purpose, direction, and resilience as you navigate your journey towards your true potential. If you nurture the environment, if you take care of the behaviors, if you make sure you hone those skills and capabilities, and you align those beliefs. Okay, but here's the thing. Sometimes our identity can become fixed or limited, or even worse, as Ross talked about earlier. Sometimes we adopt behaviors because of someone else who labeled us in a certain way based on their definitions. Okay, this can lead to feeling stuck or uncertain about who you truly are, because it's not who you truly are in most cases. Okay. What we're capable of and what our purpose for being here is wrapped up in our identity. So by working on your connection with the truth of who you are, which I believe is an essential and critical component of anybody who's looking at personal evolution. Okay, you can start to explore and expand your sense of self and discover new possibilities that were never open for you before. And this might involve things like reframing your self-talk, challenging limiting beliefs, identifying your values and passions, all of which we cover in our live streams, in our programs, in our master labs, in our challenge, in the infinity process, right? And are programmed, actually specifically programmed into your infinity matrix in a variety of ways through the infinity process training. Okay. I had a client once who always identified as shy and anxious, right? That was always in the languaging that came out, and therefore the behaviors, and therefore where the environment that. So through the infinity process, we were able to explore and challenge those labels. And then she was able to discover a new sense of confidence and empowerment that was always there, but she put all these other blocks in the way to get to it. Right? And then another client we had who identified as being stuck and unmotivated. But by working on her identity, the identity of her true authentic self, she was able to connect with her passion for helping others and let go of her imposter syndrome, and then unlock a newfound sense of purpose and drive like she never thought possible. Okay, very, very powerful level. So take a moment to reflect on your own sense of identity. There are labels or limitations that you've placed on yourself or others have placed on you. What are they? Are there any aspects of yourself that you'd like to explore or expand upon? Give me a hashtag identity in the comments, because I think you can agree that it's time to nurture your roots, challenge your limitations, and see where your journey towards your true potential leads you. Is that striking a chord for you there, Tracy? All right, so hashtag identity. All right, so your elevator, we're almost at the top. So your elevator is taking you through the environment, through the behaviors, through your capabilities, to your beliefs, and your identity. You've considered how they can impact your journey towards uncovering your true potential. Now, the last and final button in this evolution elevator is labeled purpose and spirituality. Your purpose is like the compass that guides you towards your true potential. It's the reason why you do what you do, the driving force behind your actions and your decisions. And your spirituality is like the fuel that powers that journey. It's the connection you have to something greater than yourself. And like Ross said, it doesn't have to be spiritual, it doesn't have to be religious. It's something greater than yourself. The source of inspiration and motivation that keeps you moving forward. Okay, and the accountability and implementation programs that we offer can help you connect with your purpose and spirituality, and then code them into your reality. And then use them to fuel your journey towards living your true authentic self throughout your life. And you do this by consistently exploring your values, your passions, your mission, and then align your actions and behaviors with those. You might also consider developing a spiritual practice like meditation or prayer, or some kind of declaration of reality ritual that helps you to connect with your inner wisdom and guidance. Okay, I remember a long time I had a client who felt lost and uncertain about his direction in life, right? Just was very successful in a lot of areas of life, but just didn't feel like he had true purpose and direction. So using the infinity process, we were able to explore his values, his passion, and identify a mission that was meaningful and inspiring to him at his core. and then to be able to project that from there and then to attract things to it. Okay. We also worked on developing a daily trance induction practice that helped him to connect with his inner guidance so he could stay focused on his goal, whatever the goals were at any given time. Okay. And then there was another client who had a strong sense of purpose, but struggled with self-doubt and fear, right? The imposter syndrome type thing, right? We were able to identify and challenge all the limiting beliefs that came up in the session. And then we developed new strategies for building confidence and resilience that were aligned with the truth of who they were. So take a moment to reflect on your own purpose and spirituality. Are you living in alignment with your values and passions? Do you have a connection to something greater than yourself that inspires and motivates you? Give me hashtag spirituality in the comments and just to let me know that hashtag spirituality, and then the elevator can bring you back down to the ground floor, where you can then start to operate with a deep connection with your inner wisdom that's aligned with your mission. Awesome. Hashtag spirituality, Tracy. Yeah. Okay. And as I promised, okay, and we're running on the edge of the hour, so I'm going to just go through real quick. As I promised, I'm going to give you a 5-step process. Okay, so here it is, a 5-step process. Get ready, take your notes. Get ready. This is your infinity matrix hack. Okay, 5-step process to get more clear on what your purpose and passions are in your life. Step 1, reflect on your values and beliefs. Okay, that's step 1. So how do you do that? Well, you take some time to reflect on what matters most to you. What values do you hold dear to yourself? What beliefs do you live by on a day-to-day basis? Your purpose and passion are often linked to the things that you deeply value and believe in. Okay, and Ross is putting the steps in there. So step number 2, identify your strengths and talents. So think about it. What are you good at? What comes naturally to you? When you can make that list, when you can start to identify those things, you start to see your purpose and your passion, again, are often involved in using your unique gifts and talents, because those are the vibrational frequencies that resonate with your true, authentic self. And many times those strengths, those unique strengths and talents are there to help you make a positive impact in the world. Step number 3, explore your interests and hobbies. Okay, so what do you enjoy doing in your free time? What are those things that you just kind of at the drop of a hat get up and go and do? Okay, what hobbies or interests do you have? Things that excite you, things that stimulate you. Your purpose and passion, again, are aligned with and often linked to the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. You hear us say it all the time in our live streams. Follow your passion. Okay, whatever you're passionate about in the moment, follow to the fullest of your extent, the extent that you can with the resources you have, until something else becomes more passionate. Okay, step 4, define your mission. This is a big one. Okay, once you've got those things in place, then define your mission. Come up with a mission statement for yourself. A mission based on your values, your strengths, your talents, your interests, and hobbies. Define a mission that's meaningful and inspiring to you. And your mission should be a statement of purpose that describes the positive impact you want to make in the world. Okay, and then step 5, here's the big one. I talk about it on every single live stream.
Yes, okay? We do.
Take action towards your mission. Implement what you learn and learn from what you implement. Okay, once you've decided on your mission, take action towards it. Start by setting achievement benchmarks and taking incremental steps towards your mission. celebrate your successes, and learn from your failures. Remember, your purpose and passion are not static. They can evolve and change with you over time as you grow and develop. So be flexible. And by following these 5 steps, you can get more clear on what your purpose and what your passions are in your life. So take time to reflect, explore, define, and take action towards being your true, authentic self. The world needs it. Okay? That's our live stream for today, everyone. My name is Gary Johnson. That's my partner, Ross. I thought he was going to jump in here. My name is Gary Johnson.
I'm just doing my happy dance.
That's my partner, Ross Anderson. Remember, we dare you to be exceptional. And the only way to do that is to implement what you learn and learn from what you implement. Thank you for being here, everyone. See you next Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific. Till then, be well. Remember to join the private group if you're not already a part of it. And we will see you guys all next week.
Be well.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So we truly hope you enjoyed this latest live stream. Each week, we bring you the best in cutting-edge techniques and processes to help you better yourself and create the reality you desire. In order to stay notified for more live streams like this, as well as any upcoming interviews, master labs, or time clips, be sure to click the like button and ring that bell. As a matter of fact, you might be ready to step things up for yourself. You see, everything and everyone you've been exposed to in our live streams all have one thing in common. They've harnessed their own potential, claimed their badass self, raised their game, and leveled up. Whether it be in business, personal, romantic, for whatever dimension of life you choose, there's always a next level. So we encourage you to rekindle your passion, your purpose, and spirit, and step it up, and register for our next free 5-day badass challenge. The link is below, and we are excited to see you take a leap into a new reality that only you can imagine.